This is gonna be fun. We're not making one, but 3 drinks to honor the spirit of the cocktail. Let's go. Welcome back to Old Fashioned Ways, and today we are going back in history. We're going to look at when the alcohol gods reached down and blessed us with this heavenly drink and influenced us to start making cocktails to honor the spirit of the cocktail. Hey, I'm just joking. I'm actually making some drinks to honor the man Tim, who has an amazing YouTube channel called The Spirit of the Cocktail. I have gotten to know Tim over the last few years, and he was one of the first cocktail makers from YouTube that connected with me.
I think we had a deep emotional connection.
He's an amazing person with a great heart and fun personality. He has always been the first, if not very close to the first, to comment on any of my videos. Tim, you've been slacking lately. Just an overall a great guy and someone I call a friend. Tim, he was MIA for a moment.
Where were you?
And I was missing him, so it made me think of all the great drinks he has made. Over the years, he has made some very interesting and different cocktails. So today I'm taking 3 of those cocktails that have a spirit, bitters, and sugar to make an old-fashioned riff. These are fun and interesting cocktails that have all the spirit of an old-fashioned. I've decided to start with this one as Tim has been a great influence on me. So what better way than to make a drink that he introduced to me called The Influence. The Influence ingredients: 30 ml Barrel Strength Rye or bourbon, 1 bottle of Underberg, 1 bar spoonful of Demerara simple syrup, 2 dashes of Aromatic Bitters, 2 dashes of Orange Bitters. Let's make the influence. So this one's made directly in the glass. We're gonna start off with the bar spoonful of the Demerara simple syrup. You can add a little bit more if you like it sweeter, but I'm gonna go with his suggestion. Next, I'm gonna add the 2 dashes of Angostura bitters, followed by the 2 dashes of orange bitters. I like this combination of bitters. I use it a lot in my drinks as well. All right, we're gonna use a full bottle of this Underberg. I've never had it before, so I don't even know what this tastes like. My first time trying something, so let's see. It smells a little bit like licorice. Put that whole bottle in there. And now let's add the 30 ml of a rye or bourbon, and I'm using the Kentucky Spirit single barrel, and it's a bourbon. So 30 ml equals 1 ounce. Just add that in there, add an ice. Let me get an ice out, put that in there, drop that in, and let's stir this a bit. And then we're supposed to garnish with an orange twist. So let's go ahead and twist that orange in there, and then just drop that right in. So there you have it, the influence. Cheers, Tim. Ooh, now I know what this Underberg tastes like. Very strong, very forward in this drink. So if you like this, you're gonna like this drink. And I kind of like it. I mean, it kind of tastes like licorice, but at the same time, it kind of tastes like Fernet, which kind of tastes like Amaro. So I can understand why he really likes this. So what, I didn't even have to go back and look, what really is this? But I like it. The influence, not a bad drink. All right, for my next drink, I'm gonna make a Tim original. Just like him, homemade with some sweetness and bitterness. It's called the Homemade Old Fashioned. Homemade Old Fashioned ingredients: Buffalo Trace White Dog, maraschino liqueur, green chartreuse, cherry syrup, and orange bitters. All right, let's start making the homemade old fashioned, or should I call it Tim's homemade old fashioned. And so this one is made directly in the glass. We're gonna start with 2 dashes of orange bitters. You put 2 to 3 dashes. I like orange bitters, so let's put 3. Next, we're gonna add a bar spoonful of this cherry syrup. Now mine is a little funky because for some reason it froze in my fridge. So I had to kind of defrost it, so it looks a little funky. Don't lose that because we're gonna come back to that in just a moment here. Now we're gonna add the Luxardo liqueur, and this is the Maraschino's cherry liqueur. And he wants 0.25 or 7.5 ml of that. This is gonna add some cherry flavor to it as well. Next, I'm gonna add the green chartreuse. So look, this is the first time I'm actually using this. So Tim, for you, I hunted this down, found it, and cracked it open just for your drink today.
Just for you.
And just a bar spoonful, he says. Just a little bit, just to add a little bit of flavor there. I'm making a mess with this drink. Your homemade old fashioned are a little messy, aren't they? It's really just me. Next, we're gonna add 2 full ounces of this Buffalo Trace White Dog Modified. So this is what he's calling it a homemade, because this is what the White Dog normally looks like, nice and clear. So you know what we did with this was add if you can see inside there is actually a spiral. Now he added cherry to his. I did not do that with mine, so that would just be more cherry on top.
Add cherry on top.
But I just didn't happen to do that when I made mine, and I forgot to go back and add it in. But we're gonna go with 2 full ounces of this. And I made this specifically just for Tim's. So let's go ahead and add an ice. Nice clear ice in there. Let's stir this up. Remember I said we're gonna come back to this? We're gonna add some cherries. Funny because these cherries look pretty funky it's funny because my cherries look a little funky just because they kind of froze in my fridge. But anyways, let's add them in there because that's what it calls for. Here we go. The Tim's Homemade Old Fashioned. Ooh, that is different but good. So many ways. Wow, I don't know if I've never had chartreuse before. I can't think it's that's adding this different flavor to it. Even at small quantity like that. That actually, I'm about to play with that one more.
That's what she said.
Wow, I like that one. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate this one. Now, if you watch Tim for any length of time, you know he likes to make a lot of Martinez drinks. Everything from the classic Martinez, Amaro Martinez, Cynar Martinez, and another original, Ramazzotti Martinez, calling that the ultimate Martinez. Now, I was a little offended that anyone but me would be called the ultimate Martinez. Inconceivable.
Inconceivable!
Tim made up for it by making me a drink for my birthday and calling it the Doc Martinez. The Doc Martinez ingredients is a lot of ingredients. Starting off with the Amaro mix, which uses a 2-to-1 Amaro mix of 2 Averna, 2 Cynar, and 1 Fernet Branca. Also, 45 mLs of gin, 10 mLs of maraschino liqueur, 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. All right, let's start making the Doc Martinez. Now this one's actually not gonna be made in the glass directly because we're gonna pour it into a chilled glass, but let's start off. So I already got these 3 ingredients, mixed them up and have it mixed right here. And so what I need is 1.5 ounces of this Amaro mix. Ooh, nice and dark, can't wait to try this one. Next is the 10 mLs of Luxardo liqueur, just a small hint of this to add some of that cherry flavor, followed by the 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. I really like Angostura bitters. I'm almost out of this one. I'm gonna have to get a new one pretty soon. Next we'll be adding 1.5 ounces of this gin, and this is the gin I chose to use today because another good buddy of mine, Iceman Can't Cook, gave me this one, so I figured what other gin to use than the one that my other buddy gave me.
Thanks, buddy.
So once again, 1.5 ounces of that gin. We're gonna add some ice to this. And we're gonna stir this for a moment. Now you wanna make sure you wanna stir this just a little bit extra because you are gonna put it into a chilled glass, so there's not gonna be any ice in this one. So I've had a glass over there on the side, chilling with some ice in it. So let's get rid of that and the water that was in there. And let's strain this into this glass. And once again, Tim knows how much I love Luxardo cherries. So he said, garnish with some cherries. So there you go, the Doc Martinez. Let's go in for a drink with this one. Ooh. That is a very different drink. I actually think my wife is gonna like this one a lot. That mix, the Amaro mix, you go through kind of different flavors, and at the end you kind of get that Fernet Branca, that, you know, that taste at the end. But you go through all these flavors, evolution of flavors first that just nicely coat your tongue. And yep, that Fernet Branca is just at the end there, so giving you a nice fresh minty breath a little bit.
Minty.
Another great drink. I should have tried this as soon as I got back. I was gone for my birthday, but I didn't have all these ingredients. It took me a while to hunt down the Averna. That's actually the one I couldn't find. So glad I found it. Glad I was able to make this today. Well, there you have it. 3 drinks from my friend, the man Tim. It was nice highlighting some of his cocktails, and I will leave a link for each of these drinks below. If you have not started following him and enjoy different and unique cocktails, head over to the Spirit of the Cocktail and check him out. I'll also leave a link for his channel below. Last I looked, he was close to 1,000, so let's get him there, guys. Let's help get Tim to 1,000. Now, I am super glad he is back, and I look forward to see what new cocktails he will use and make to inspire me with. Thanks again for joining me on another journey down my old-fashioned rabbit hole. To our next journey, my friends, cheers.